Hello again. This great country song, Sunday Morning Coming Down, was written by Kris Kristofferson, and it was a #1 hit for Johnny Cash on the country charts over 50 years ago. This actually was the song that Kris Kristofferson said allowed him to quit working for a living. I'm playing the song in the key of A. I have a capo on, as you can see, which means I can play the chords from the G major chord shapes, but because of the capo I'm actually playing it in A. If you want to play along with Kris Kristofferson's version on YouTube or something like that, just take the capo off because he sings it in the key of G. We've got 5 chords: G major, C major, and D major. And we have E minor and A minor. The song is in 4/4 time, and I'm using a 4/4 finger picking pattern to accompany the song. Sometimes it's strummed along to it, it's a matter of preference, but in this video we're going to look at a finger picking pattern. So let's look at the finger picking pattern first of all for the chord of G major, the G major shape here. You might play it like this. As you know by now, I finger the chord in this way using my pinky. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The 1 beat is the key beat in each bar, and I'm picking that with my thumb, the root note, and that's the 6th string, because that note, the 3rd fret on the 6th string here, is G. Now remember, the capo is on, so I'm actually pushing everything up full tone from G to A, but I'm going to refer to this as the chord shape, which is G. So pick the 1 note with the thumb, then very simply 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string. Counted as follows: 1 and 2 and 3 and. And to finish off the bar then, I'm going to pick the 4 beat again with my thumb, but I'm going to move it to the 4th string. That's 4, and pick the 3rd string with my 1st finger again. And so slowly: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's the basic pattern. The only thing will change from chord to chord is which note I pick with my thumb, which note is the root note. If we're playing E minor, the root note is still the same string, 6th, so it's the very same. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, again picking that 4 beat with my thumb, 4th string, followed by the 3rd string. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. C then, the root note this time is the 5th string, and it's the 3rd fret here which we're fretting as part of that chord shape. And again that's the root note, so 1. The rest of the pattern is the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, again the thumb picking the 4th beat, that 4th string. A minor similarly, 5th string again, because 5th string open is the note is A, that's the root note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with just one more chord then, and that's D. Now the root note this time is the 4th string, so because we're playing that 4th string as the 1 beat, 1 and 2 and 3 and, I'm going to pick the 5th string as the 4 beat, 4 and. So have a look at that again: 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's the picking pattern, and if you can get that one beat right for each bar, the start of each bar, and practice that pattern, you can play the entire song just using that finger picking pattern. Now I'm going to spend a little bit of time explaining how to embellish that picking pattern. Again, like I said, key message is get the one beat right each time, and even with the embellishments I'm adding in, the first 3 beats are going to be the same in all cases. So it's always going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and for the 4 and I'm going to do something different for some of the chords just for a change. The first chord I'm going to look at is the G chord, and again we have 1 and 2 and 3 and there's no change there. The change comes in here now for the 4 and I'm going to pick the 4th string and hammer my finger on, and I put my first finger on the 2nd string 1st fret. So how to do that again? So I'm removing my 2nd finger off the 5th string, and I'm hammering it on for the 4th beat onto the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and that's the most difficult embellishment that we're going to look at. And then back to 1 again. Make sure you get the 1 beat. Now if you finger the chord shape like this, so what you've got to do there, you've got to jump your 2nd finger from the 6th string down here to the 4th string. Now if you find that a little bit difficult, an alternative which works fine is as follows again. So instead of all that other movement, so we can just play it like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and hammer the 2nd string for the 4 beat and pick the 1st string for the and, 4 and, so we'll have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That works fine also if you find the other one more difficult. There's another little addition there to the G chord when we go from the G chord down to the E minor chord, where we walk down from the 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open. Again, it happens on the beat 4 again. Beat 1, 2 and 3 are the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Look at that again with this fingering. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now the 4 we're going to pick 6th string, 6th string again, 6th string, and then we're back on the 1 beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The D chord is another one that's quite simple to add in a little bit of embellishment on the 4 beat. So we pick the 1 to 3 beats as normal, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now for the 4 beat I'm going back to that 1st string and I'm just removing my 2nd finger, playing it open, and back to the 2nd string. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And a slight variation on that is as follows. Again, same 3 beats. So instead of just picking 2 strings, I'm picking 3. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now something similar to go from the G to the E minor, where we walk down, we can can go from G to C by walking up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now the 4 and, we're going to pick the 5th string, open 2nd fret, 4 and then we're into C. 4 and 1. There's one other embellishment I want to just explain. It's in the C chord, I think. So I played a hammer on for the 4 beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So once again, if you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a thumbs up and a share. And if you want similar lessons, a couple of 100 lessons, go over to the website getcrackingguitar.com, and I will put the link in the description below.
3, 4